FPL Game Week 2 top 4 transfers. Guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the top 4 transfer targets for Game Week 2, and we're going to just be looking as well at some other good mentions for top 4 strikers to help you if you are looking for a forward transfer in your team. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, here's a stat for you guys. Over 70% of you guys watching are not subscribed. Now, let's make a deal. So in the next few minutes, if you guys get the value that you're looking for from this video, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It would honestly make a huge difference in helping me and my one-man team, bringing you guys more content throughout the season. So, sounds like a deal? Let's get into it. All right, guys. So, Game Week 2, are you looking for a striker? Well, my top 3 strikers for Game Week 2 transfers is Mayenda from Sunderland playing against Burnley in this game. We got a good fixture even after that against Brentford as well. They did thrash West Ham at home, although that Burnley game I think might be a bit of a tough because it is somewhat of a relegation battle. I think Sunderland have showed that they do have that attacking prowess. At number 2 for me, Chris Wood coming in again and doing what he does best. He's got a game against Crystal Palace, which I think might be tough for them considering that it is going to be away, but then they are showing that they preseason of not being able to score, they actually are able to score this season. So Chris Wood is definitely a good transfer to bring in with those fixtures of West Ham also coming up. Yes, Arsenal's going to be tough, but he does have Burnley and Sunderland, so he does have a lot of good games in him. And then another one there is Evan Nilsson coming in as well. His Game Week 2 fixture is Wolves. Don't mind the Liverpool one, he's finished there. And then he's got Tottenham, Brighton and Newcastle, and then Leeds in Game Week 6. Excuse the graphics cutout, but I think they've definitely showed with that good fixture, good game against Liverpool that they definitely can get some goals behind them as well. So if you're looking for a forward striker playing against Wolves this week, that is Evan Nilsson basically. Some good mentions. I think a lot of people have already started bringing in Haaland. I think he's definitely Game Week 2. He can still do a lot of damage against Tottenham at home, and that's the thing. Haaland at home is always a good option basically. And then looking at his fixtures going on as well, Brighton will be a lot more open as well. So not necessarily going to be sitting back like other teams would normally do. So that would definitely open up some channels for him. He loves Man United. Considering that it's also at home, that's going to be one hell of a game for him. Arsenal being away, that is the tough fixture for him in his fixture run. Burnley straight after that, which a lot of us are looking to triple captain him in. If you're looking for a cheaper striker, I think Ollie Watkins is definitely still an option. Yes, they did blank in Game Week 2, but I mean, they did in Game Week 1, but they did have the red card, of course, so that made things a whole lot harder for them. But then I think with Brentford's past performance, I think they definitely shown to be a team which we might actually be able to target. And then, Crystal Palace, I never think is actually an easy game. I think that will be a tough game for them, regardless of the fact that it's at home. But knowing Ollie Watkins, he could get something away from that, including in the Everton and Sunderland game as well. Fulham could be a bit tricky for him, but it is at home at least. And then he has a Burnley straight after. Haaland does as well at home. West Ham at away for João Pedro, who is still at Chelsea. Don't mind the kid there. I think that a lot of us have him already, but I just thought a good mention for him because there are some people that decided not to go without him. But West Ham have also in their Game Week 1 performance showed us that they could also be a team who are going to be very leaky. They are playing at home, so I think it might be one of those where we don't take them for granted. I think this will be a good tester for us to see really where West Ham is when it comes to their home and away form in the Premier League this season. So I think if they give Chelsea a bit of a fight, we'll know basically that, like, okay, cool, maybe at home, maybe away is where we really target them, instead of being at home. Fulham next for him, then Brentford, which is really the best fixture. That one is away. Man United might prove tough for them, especially by that time, because Man United will have one game a week, whereas Chelsea will be doubling up. But that's why for me, I have him a bit more down the picking order there, especially because he might be really prone to rotation there when he's going to be playing Champions League as well as the Premier League there, and we're not necessarily sure exactly on who, whether it's him or Delap's, going to be making those Premier League appearances or the Champions League appearances as well. So we get to see there as well. Then I think it just really gets tough there from game week 5 in terms of Brighton and Liverpool as well, despite the fact that they're home. But I think Chelsea can pull it off against Brighton. We yet to really see against Liverpool, but considering their performance against PSG, I think, Chelsea is very capable of beating any team, quite frankly. So yeah, Richarlison, I put him in there because, interestingly, he's really put a great performance in game week 1, and I think if he continues to perform like that, we might just actually have a cheaper option in terms of the Tottenham Hotspur's strike force, because I don't see why they would remove him and put in Solanke if he's continuing to score. Man City as Achilles heel is Tottenham. So in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if he even sneaked a goal there or a goal involvement in terms of an assist. Bournemouth the next game, I do believe Tottenham can handle them along with West Ham. Brighton might be a bit of a tricky one, but I think Tottenham can definitely get through Wolves and Leeds. But remember, by game week 4, that's when Champions League really starts as well. So things might change there for Richarlison along with Solanke. We might actually see Richarlison maybe in the Premier League and Solanke more so in the Champions League, or vice versa. That's one thing you really have to consider when you're doing your transfers for the forwards, basically. So yeah, that's my top forwards transfers for game week 2. I will be covering top mid transfers and top defenders transfers. I've separated the videos because it used to compile into like one long 20 minutes. So at least you know that you can just basically go to the forwards or the mids or defenders if you're looking for those transfers. But other than that, league code at the bottom, guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and I truly appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me throughout this time. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.